Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified series Covergirl. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Okay, here we have a closer look at the packaging. I really dig that they went with like this super cartoony artwork. I actually kind of like that. I think it's really cool. You could see a cartoon graphic in the back of her Wolverine. You can see a picture of the figure here. Courtney Covergirl Krieger spinning around here on the side. You can see her specialties. And if you want to, pause it and go to the Hasbro app to check that out. Artwork same on the side here, and then here on the back we can see the figure stands 6 inches tall. It's kind of tall for a female character in the G.I. Joe line, but we'll see later how she stacks up against other female characters. And you can see everything she comes with: her shotgun, her pistol, a wrench, and a data pad. So let's get her opened up and take a closer look. All right, here's a closer look at Covergirl and everything she comes with. She does come with this nice big shotgun, which is really cool. She has like an olive drab cocking mechanism right here. Mine's a little warped. It's a little warped. And some nice sculpted detail there. A little grip on the handle here. Some texture on the cocking mechanism. I think that looks really cool, and this is a neat neat weapon for her to hold. I really like it. She poses well with it. Then she also comes with her pistol that's got a nice little star symbol engraved on the handle. You've got some nice silver paint, and then some sort of muzzle attachment here. I really like this pistol. It looks really cool, and it's different from most guns that we've gotten with G.I. Joe characters. She also comes with this wrench. This would have been really cool if this had been like in a silver, cast in a silver plastic instead of just black, but it is what it is. And then she does come with this tiny little data pad that I have upside down, and it's got a nice graphic tampo on there of the Wolverine, both in the front and side view, and then nothing on the back. So that's kind of cool. Taking a closer look at Covergirl herself, I know this is like another, like Falcon, this is another figure that people have complained about the head, but in a different way, just with, not really digging the head style, the hair color, or the hair shape. And I've seen a lot of people popping and swapping heads with different, Marvel Legends figures. But I think the head sculpt looks great. I think the paint apps, the digital paint technology that they're using looks great. Her makeup looks nice and clean, and I like the swoop of hair off to the side. And there's some dry brushing on it and some layering. You can see some dark colors and some lighter colors on top of that base plastic. And I think her hair looks really nice. I like her jacket, that it kind of is a separate piece, and you've got this little fur collar that goes all the way around, which I think is really nice. You have this tampo here on the side, which I can't really make out, but I'm assuming this is like a Wolverine, like a red, it looks like some kind of wolf or dog animal. And I'm assuming that's probably to denote the Wolverine tank that she drives. I do have one QC issue on mine. This arm likes to pop off right here, and you can see how it's like super loose. I'm not trying to pull it off, I'm just trying to show you how loose it is. A lot of times when I'm trying to pose her or like maybe cross her arm over, it pops off like that. So that's the only QC issue, and that could just be me, on my copy. I'm not really, thinking that's some sort of systemic problem. I do like the leather pouches and the leather sculpting on her jacket, the ribbing on the back, which is a completely different color. It's like a different shade of brown, and it's more of a shiny paint finish than the matte finish of her jacket. I do like this extra belt piece that she has here with these 2 silver buckles painted. She's got some equipment and pouches that go all the way around. She has a little loop right here for her wrench to fit in. Apparently the the Wolverine's always breaking down, and she needs to repair it. She comes with 2 holsters, one for her pistol. I'll show you how that fits in. Oh, super nicely here. And then she has one for her data pad, and you could put this in either way. I kind of like that pop of color, so I like to put it with the screen facing outward. And then you can see that there's probably some reuse here with the legs. These are probably Lady J's legs. And then I don't even know, but is this... I was looking to see if that is Scarlet's boots, but they are not. And I do like the newly sculpted boots. The texture on the bottom, the little shin guards look nice, and she looks really good. As far as articulation goes, she can look up about that far, which is not very far at all, and that's probably because of her hair and the color on her jacket, but she can look down all the way, which is nice. Arms can go all the way out to the side. Oh, that one's really stiff. This is really stiff. It does look like they do have that cuff in there for a little bit of a butterfly, but not not a lot of movement there. And it looks like my right arm doesn't want to go all the way out in the T-pose. That's about as far out as I can get her arm without trying to like break it or anything. Bicep swivel, double jointed, pinless elbows, which is really nice. And then hinge and swivel at the wrist. She has an upper chest articulation point, which is really good, and then a hinge and swivel, like a swivel at the waist, so she can sort of bend forward all the way and then bend back quite a bit. Legs are on a drop down. You do have like an upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless legs, but you only go back about that far because of the sculpt. And then you do have boot cut, hinge and swivel, and pivot at the ankle. And there you have it. There is a closer look at Covergirl. So let's get some other female Joes in here. But before we do that, let me get her on. I want to get her on a base so that we're being very fair across the board. I realize a lot of times whenever I do size comparisons, I don't have the figure that I'm reviewing on a base, and that's a little unfair because I'm just kind of asking you guys to imagine it. Yes, this figure is smaller than this other figure. But yeah, let's get her front and center, and then let's bring in some other female Joes. We've got Lady J and the original Scarlet, which I really hope one day they redo, and she falls right in line with these two, and they are, appropriately scaled to one another. It does look like she pretty much whole hog uses pretty much every bit of Lady J from the waist down. Looks like it's the same crotch piece, the same upper thigh, and knee pads, pants, and boots. So that is a complete 100% reuse from the waist down. But that's okay. We get some new sculpt at the top, and so I'm okay with that. And then we'll bring in a couple of other female Joes. We've got Zorana, Baroness, and then we'll bring in our female Blue Ninja. And you can see how she stacks up with them. And she's pretty much the same across the board. These all scale perfectly with one another. I'm not going to bring in any male Joes. We all know that they kind of tower. They're pretty tall, but just bringing in a couple of other Hasbro toy lines. Here she is next to a Black Series figure. Here she is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And here she is next to Indiana Jones. So that's how she stacks up against them. So let's get these guys out of the way. Let's get her under some lighting, into some backgrounds, and see how she poses up. I really like having more female figures in the line. there's not a lot, and I think Hasbro's doing a really great job of giving us more. I know we're going to be getting a Cobra Officer 2-pack of nothing but female troopers, which is going to be really nice. And then, of course, I do believe we have a female trooper coming with the His tank later in the year. So they are giving us quite a few ladies in the Joe line, and I really appreciate that. I think Covergirl here poses up really nice. I think she's going to be a nice addition, and I like her color scheme, so she's going to look really good on the shelf. Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I super appreciate it. Thanks for all the new subscribers. You guys are amazing. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Please check us out over at Instagram.com/Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And this has been the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.